Hello, everybody. It's me. I'm back. Um, Currently on Thanksgiving break from college, Penn State Nittany Lions, and let's talk about it. I'm not hiding. I'm right here. You guys know I'm a big DC guy. And this isn't gonna be just a straightforward Derek Carr stinks. We need to get rid of him video. There's a lot of thought that was put into this, and I've come up with the only thing that we need to do to move forward. Gonna wait for some more people to hop in here. If you are new, throw some comments and I'll put them up on the screen. I see people already. Probably put my glasses on so I could see the. Oh, what's up, Spotlight? Was good. Listen, let's just get into it. Title of the video: we need to move on from Derek. Um, he's a good quarterback. We've seen it time and time again. Here's the problem with the current situation that our team is in. He's not good enough to overcome the things that's happened to us. He's not good enough to overcome losing Gruden. He's not good enough to um, overcome losing his number one receiver. And so if he's not good enough to do that, what's the point of keeping him here for another rebuild? Because when you get a new quarterback, when you draft one, which is probably what we're going to have to do, not this year, but next year, it's a rebuild. So there is no point in keeping him anymore. When you have a good situation around him, like a lot of quarterbacks, he thrives, and he'll make a play every now and again. But when you lose your number one, when you lose your head coach, he's not good enough to overcome it. And we need to mutually part ways. He deserves to go to a spot that maybe he can succeed in. And we need something else here because right now it's just not going to happen. So those are my thoughts on that. You guys throw your comments up. I'll put them here. Santi Perez says the Raiders should put Mariota for a game and see how he plays. I do have thoughts on that too. I wouldn't do that because we know what he is. The season is not technically over. We can still rattle off some wins, but I'm not pro putting Mariota in. It doesn't really help. It doesn't help anything. So what's the point? Next year, sitting here right now at 5-5, what I would do off season wise is trade Carr for the best thing you can get him, a 1 or 2 2s. Let Mariota start next year. Probably won't win that many games. If we do, then hey, look at that. Mariota's good. If not, then I would draft the quarterback next year. Let's see. Spotlight. Everyone go subscribe to Spotlight's channel, by the way. He's great. No matter who the QB is, the Raiders are going to suck. I promise you that. Yeah, but it's not a great position to be in. I don't disagree with you. I think the problem is when you look at teams like the Cardinals, when you look at teams like the Bills, I know they're sort of not playing well right now, but look at what they did last year. Or the Chiefs, or the Bengals now. There have been teams that have rebuilt it and flipped it fast. And we take incremental steps forward and then implode. I'm just tired of being incrementally better and watching these other teams rebuild in a season. And the common denominator, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow looks like it, is they got a quarterback that when the going gets tough, they can just pull something out of their butt. they could just make a play. And I love Derek. I got a jersey coming in the mail. But he's not that guy. He is not that guy. And I feel bad for him because we looked like we were in position to make a run with the current roster. But when you take away the play caller and when you take away the number one receiver, and it's not his fault, but he's not good enough to overcome those things. There are a handful of select quarterbacks that are good enough to overcome those things. And I'm ready to try to go find one of those. Because what's the difference between going 8-8 with Carr because the roster's not ready or because the coach isn't great, or going 8-9 or going 4-13? I'll tell you what the difference is. We have a better pick if we're 4-13. So what's the point in continuing to try to make it work with Derek when it seemed like this year we were going to, and then the Gruden and the Ruggs thing happened? Again, not his fault, but he's not good enough to overcome the flaws of this team, and I'm ready to go look for someone who is. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to win multiple Super Bowls with someone who needs, who needs everything around him. And I'm not saying that he's that guy, but I'm ready to let him go to the Washington football team. I'm ready to let him go to the Steelers, a team with a little stability to where he could have a successful end to his career. And I'm ready to move on and find something different because, again, there is no difference between going 8-9 with Carr because of the things that happened or going 4-13. There's just no difference. And I think that's where I'm at. And everybody knows that I've been screaming from the rooftops to extend him and to do all this stuff. But when you lose Ruggs and you lose your coach, there's only a select few, there's like a handful of quarterbacks that can overcome those problems, and he's not one of them. That doesn't mean he's not a good quarterback, but he's not elite. And it shows. It's like Matt Ryan's not elite. Matt Ryan can't overcome those things, but he got to the Super Bowl because one year they had the coach, and they had the offense, and they had the defense. Look at Stafford. Stafford's not elite, but he goes to the Rams, a stable organization. He could win some games. He didn't win anything in Detroit. Oh, boy. A little fired up. Need to relax. I have tickets to the next two games. Yay, at least I got to see them win in Pittsburgh. That is fun. We've been losing every year before Derek got here. What makes it different now? Nothing. I'm just saying we might as well try something different. But I've already addressed a lot of this. This was earlier comments. We're not getting Russ. We're not getting Rodgers. We're not getting Watson either. Well, then it's time to go look for the next one. That's my point. At some point, you have to go out and get someone that can change the game, like Kyler or Josh Allen or Mahomes, because or Herbert. Like look at the Chargers. I know they're 5-4. Look at the Ravens. They went from Flacco to Lamar. Boom, they're there. Like it just happens for these teams in an instant. Kyler Murray, 4-12, 7-9. Boom. 9-2 now. I'm just tired of watching teams blow by us. That's all it is. I'm just tired of it. Gabriel, Lincoln Riley, or Joe Brady? Totally. I want to go young. I want to go like 37. Kellen Moore is another option. I'd love to get Lincoln Riley. I don't think he's going to leave Oklahoma, but I'd love it. Joe Brady, another guy. Why not? Let's do it. Carr's got to go. Yeah, I agree. And again, it's not because he's playing bad or whatever. It's because he's not good enough to elevate the current Las Vegas Raiders. So there's no point in kicking, like running our head against the wall. Like there's just no point. There's just no point. Kanskai, excuse me. This whole Derek Carr thing breaks my heart. I love Derek so much. He's the only NFL jersey I own, and by far my favorite NFL player of all time. I hate to say it, but things need to change. That's exactly how I feel. At a certain point, you just have to move on. If we can play the what if game. If Gruden doesn't get fired, if the Ruggs things doesn't happen, who knows where we are right now? But the reality of the situation is that those things did happen, and he's not good enough to overcome them. And again, I could be wrong, and I hate saying I could be wrong. Obviously, I could be wrong. We could rattle off. We could finish the season 10-7, make the playoffs. Okay, maybe they figure it out. Maybe Djax gets involved. If we go 10-7, make the playoffs, extend them. I just don't see that happening. We cannot move the ball. We cannot move the ball. The White Stallion. Oh man, I know the next QB might not be good, but we need to keep trying until we get that guy. Look at Arizona; they moved on from Rosen, and now they have their franchise Q. This is it right here. I know it's hard to find him, but you're not going to find him if you don't look for him. And it does break my heart. It breaks my freaking heart. I hate this. I hate every part of this because we had it. We were there. And now we don't have it, and it's not there. And he's not good enough to overcome it. And I feel like I keep repeating myself by saying that. I just want to make that clear. I think he's a good quarterback, and I think he can go to like the football team and be really, really successful there. But he's not Rodgers, and he's not going to just. He's not. Just, he can't just carry us. He can't carry us because he's not that guy. He's not that guy, and it sucks. It sucks. But we're Raider fans. We've been through it before. We can do it again. We got the Cowboys on a short week who just scored 9 points. So who knows what that game's going to be like. Then we still got to play the Chargers again, the Chiefs again, the Broncos again, the Browns, the Colts. Probably lose to the Chiefs. Probably definitely lose to the Chiefs and the Cowboys. So you have to beat. I'm forgetting a team, I think. If you pencil in losses on Thursday and then to the Chiefs, and to go 10-7, you'd need to win the rest of the games. So you'd need to win 5 games, which would be Denver and Cleveland. You'd have to win. You'd have to beat the Colts. That's 3. You'd have to beat the Chargers. And who am I forgetting? Help me out. I'm forgetting a team that we still have yet to play. Lose to the Chiefs and the Chargers. I'm sorry, lose to the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Beat Denver. Cleveland. LA Chargers. Indianapolis Colts. Who's the Washington football team? Okay. All right, there you go. Well, I mean, it's possible, but we got to figure out the offense fast. I don't know. I miss Gruden already. At least we were better disciplined. I don't miss him. I miss Ruggs. I don't miss Gruden, to be honest with you. Washington, I'm going. Okay. So, yeah, we got to beat. The must-win games are the Chargers game, the Broncos game, the Cleveland game, the football team game, and the Colts game. Those are must-wins. Right now, I think we get smashed by the Colts. I think they destroy us. Well, hey, life of being a Raider fan, right? That's all I got to say, really. If you guys have any other comments, concerns, questions, I will address them. But that's where I stand. Just to wrap it up again, Carr's not good enough to overcome the flaws of the team. We have some pieces on defense, definitely. The offense is shaky. I don't know how I feel about Jacobs. I don't know how I feel about Edwards. I don't know how I feel about the line. I think it's time to just go find the guy that can change the game. I think it's time. And that sucks. But, whatever. I don't want to lose Derek, but it's what's best for the team. That pretty much sums up my thoughts on everything right now. High pick for rookie QB this year? No, definitely not. I want maybe Jahan Dotson. I'm biased because he's a Penn Stater, but he's a baller. And then I would go Mariota. I would trade Carr in the offseason, go Mariota for a year, see what you got. If we somehow win a lot of games, cool. If not, then I would draft a quarterback. I would definitely hire a new coach in the offseason. So, yep. Thanks for watching, guys. See you Thursday.